I have like a nuanced take on it. Like, I agree with the first wave of feminism, of course. I believe that women have the right to vote, even though at the same time, black people were, who had supposedly had been free for at least 50 plus years, still hadn't had the right to vote. Like, they couldn't vote, especially in the South. So I agree with first wave feminism. Women should be able to serve in society in the same the capacity that it could. Well, not the same, but in a similar capacity that they can contribute to society. So I agree with first wave feminism. Yes, women should have the right to vote, just like black people should have the right to vote, even though we got it 40 to 50 years after, through the Civil Rights Act. Second wave feminism, that feminism basically wanted to break down the barriers between men and women. So sex and work, right? So they wanted women to be able to enter into the workforce and not have to worry about being married and giving birth and the things that are typically only exclusive to women. So wave feminism I disagree with because I agree to give them that, but I agree with the end goal, which is they're not going to achieve what they want, because men and women are different. So as a woman, you can put off creating a family just like a man for years while you build your career, but you're going to get punished for it on the back end. And if feminism and the feminists during this time could see, I'm watching the show right now on Hulu, but if feminists could now see what's going on, I think they might rethink some of the positions that they have, because they were basically telling women, like, even though I haven't gotten a family, I don't want a family, and I'm choosing to focus on my career, the only reason I'm not happy is because, we need the equal rights. Men and women need to be viewed as the same. And so that they can go through their, right? And they will be like, well, I'm only having these issues because men and women aren't the same. If I was a man, I wouldn't have these issues, right? So they try to put women, second wave feminism tries to put women on the same equal playing field as men. And 30, 40 years later, 50 years later, right, modern women have the same issues and problems that they did. A lot of those feminists did. Why is that? Because you cannot change the outcome just because you want to make us equal. It will never work when it comes to sexuality. So that's why I disagree with second wave feminism, because it has to do with sexuality in the workforce. There's only one sex that can get married without a job, and it's women. So even if you work like a man and do all these things, you're not going to have the same as a man, because you don't have the same lived experience. You have a similar lived experience, but it is not the same. So I agree with I'm sorry, but hey, I feel like, hey, if that's what y'all want, y'all can have it, but you're not going to be happy. And I think that proof is here today. You can see it. Go live. And third wave feminism, of course, that's the Looney Tune feminism. That's what I call it, Looney Tune feminism, which is men can be women and women can be men, and trans men are women and trans women are men, and all these in the LGBTQIA divided by 3 minus 2. That's my breakdown of 3 waves of feminism. First wave, I agree with wholeheartedly. Second wave, I agree with on principle, but on practicality, I disagree. I don't think it's going to work out the way that they think it was, and we see that proof today. And then third wave feminism is, of course, wrong. All right, so let's get on to the next one. So here we have the actual Rosie the Riveter. Underneath, let's see, Rosie the Riveter was created in 1943 by Norman Rockwell and actually represents the American women that worked in the munitions and war supplies factory in World War II. It served as a call to arms for women to become strong and capable in order to support the war effort. They actually say it themselves, a call to arms, a call to action. So they wanted women to become strong and capable to support the war effort. So basically, we need you to